Hi. High Performance Happy Hour. Welcome. I got a guest with me today. You've seen her face before. Lovely Michelle Bordeaux. Hello.
I'm so happy to be back. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here in a totally different capacity than I was the last time.
Yeah. Well, the last time you were here, we focused on health and wellness and your area of expertise in massage therapy and owning a spa.
Yep.
And this time we're talking about your coaching business and really going into the benefits of attending wellness retreats.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is the other hat that I wear. So when I'm not in the spa, I'm actually coaching people on events. And I do that because I have been an event planner and coordinator of the largest women's water sport event in the Caribbean for 11 years now. It's called the Cabaret Butterfly Effect. And so between living in a destination, being a spa owner, and being an event planner, retreats are near and dear to my heart. And so we wanted to come on and talk today about how this relates to you and all of the amazing people here in your High Performance Happy Hour.
Yes, absolutely. It's really important. And I think that retreats are really up and coming, and there's so much value in attending retreats and also learning how to put a retreat together properly. And I'm just really excited to go deeper into this with you. But let's first start off with why should you attend a health and wellness retreat?
Okay, so for a lot of people, we're busy, right? Everybody knows that. Everyone's got lives, they've got families, they've got obligations. And a lot of the times, if we want to make a really big shift in our lives or in our bodies or in our minds, sometimes it really does take more than a simple action to change it. Sometimes going away, getting out of your regular everyday environment, taking a very nice consolidated chunk of time to allow you to actually get started on that path, or to really dive in deep in some area of your health and wellness that you could not normally do inside of your everyday life. So it allows you to put down all of the things, okay, because we all have lots of things. Put down the things, come back into yourself in a way that would not be possible in the day-to-day.
Yeah. Separate a little.
Completely. And for rest and relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
It's an extremely important thing. And I mean, going on a retreat, and this is without your partner, your spouse, your kids, this is something that you get to do alone, for you, for your own personal development. And whether it's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever kind of retreat that you'd like to go on, because they're all out there. Mm-hmm. They're all out there waiting for you. Mm-hmm. But it really does provide one of the most profound opportunities to create change.
Yeah.
In a very small window.
Yeah, I agree. And I like what you said too about you're doing it for you. This is your experience. Yes, you love your spouse, your kids, but it's about taking care of you. And this is that deeper level self-care that I talk about and that I coach into, is because if you're really taking the time to really get to know who you are mentally, physically, and emotionally, it's going to make you a better spouse. It's going to make you a better parent. And it's just a great way to think about why you should consider this is because of these benefits.
For a lot of people, if you've been working with someone, say that some of your clients, and you struggle sometimes with making the changes that you've committed to make, just simply because either, you're not managing your time effectively, which I know you work on, but we're human, we're not all perfect. And sometimes things take longer. Mm-hmm. For someone who really wants to make change happen now, the best, fastest, easiest way to make that happen is to go on retreat. Mm-hmm. It really is, because you will create a change like no other. Mm-hmm. You and I have both been through some personal development trainings, and they were retreat-ish. Mm-hmm. And those changes that you and I went through would not have happened in a day-to-day 1 hour class.
No, I would so distracted. You get you do not realize how distracted you get day to day in your life.
Exactly. And so this is the reason why retreats can be so powerful, and they are so powerful.
Yeah. You can have major breakthroughs, major
breakthroughs. And, the wellness travel industry, it's a $13 billion industry.
Mm-hmm.
I said billions. It's a $13 billion industry, wellness travel. Retreats are everywhere.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. There's many sites devoted to, helping people market their retreats and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And it is massive, big business. So there's a retreat for everyone. There really is.
Yeah. And another thing too yes, Lou-Anne, absolutely. And another thing too that I want you to talk about with, why you get to attend retreats, health and wellness retreats, is the connection piece.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You get to become a part of a very special community. The people you end up being on retreat with, whether you knew them before or not, obviously are going to come to hold a very special place in your life. And you get to have that camaraderie, that connection in your community of people going through the exact same thing you are. And, that is priceless, to be able to create a connection with someone who is at the same stage. So they're not your coach, but they're you, they're just like you. And that you share.
I'm teary-eyed about it.
Oh, they get to share your struggles.
Yeah.
And your joys and your celebrations, and the two of you get to walk hand in hand, through a lot of stuff together. And again, that is something that's absolutely priceless.
Yeah. And these tears are because this is real. Like, this is really what you get to experience. Even going in, being skeptical. I mean, I'll be honest, going into something, being skeptical, and then walking out with best friends and deep connections and people that are going to continue to make an impact in your life, probably for the rest of your life if you let it. You get to keep those connections up. And, Michelle and I are very, very close, and it's because of the work that we've done together and took the risk and put ourselves out there and have generated results that we never thought were possible. And it's because of that connection and the support. And Lou-Anne, what retreats did you go on this year? You said you went on 2 and had major shifts. I'd love for you to share what you did. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. Oh, yeah. So is there anything else that you want to cover before we kind of move into how to put a retreat together, especially for my wellness business people in this community? This is like, jump on. This is the juicy part.
I would say if for any of your people, your viewers who are listening, anyone who's looking to create a major change and feel like they just can't get there, feel as though they try, but there just never seems to be enough hours in the day, or they just aren't moving the needle the way they'd like to really start to consider a retreat as a possibility. And if the person that you're working with doesn't maybe have one on offer, start looking around, because you will be surprised once you start digging into the retreat world, how many retreats there are out there. There are spiritual retreats. There are luxury retreats. There's beer drinking retreats. There's spa retreats. There's surf and yoga. There's surfing. There's kite surf retreats. I mean, just here in Cabarete, there's meditation retreats. A good friend of mine is just today embarked on a silent retreat where she does not speak for 5 days. They're out there. They're everywhere. And if you really want an opportunity to really get the needle to register big time, think about it. Think about the possibility of going on retreat, because it's powerful.
Yeah, and Balance Retreat coming up. Look for it. Yeah. Fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I actually had a workshop. This is just to piggyback off of that deep connection that we were talking about, and just detaching yourself from the everyday hustle and bustle. I did a workshop So it wasn't like a retreat that you stay over, but it was just like a day-long retreat for a business and their team. And they were so grateful and so shocked even at how they felt after it was over.
Yeah.
And just how much it made an impact on them. And it was only for, 3.5, 4 hours.
Imagine what can happen in 3 to 5 days versus 3 to 5 hours.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we went through it.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for covering the whys, because a lot of people, it's not about what it is, it's about why. And I think when we dig into that why, it really opens up and changes people's perspective on taking action and seeking retreats out more. And I have so many, including myself, but so many wellness business owners and professionals here in the Balance community that might be thinking, I never really thought about a retreat, or I have done retreats in the past and I'm looking to really make it highly effective and really valuable and have it be a success. So I want to get into that with you next.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, the thing is, for people just to, don't be afraid to take that leap and to think differently about, I know we all have limited precious vacation time, but it's a difference between, do you go away and do you come back needing a vacation from your vacation? Or do you come back like totally completely and, ridiculously energized? This is the difference. This is the difference between, so what are you paying for? Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, for your health and wellness professionals that are in this group, I actually help coach people on how to put a retreat or an event into their business. Right. And this is, for any of you who are wellness and health professionals out there, it's something that you should really, really consider. And for all the reasons we just talked about, because if you want to move the needle with your clients in a way that will be profound and memorable, then an in-person event is the way to do it. Because there's only so much that you can do inside of a 1-hour class. Mm-hmm. There's only so much that you can do if you're working with people online via Zoom. Although our technology is beautiful, it does not replace those in-person experiences, those things that happen face to face, that don't happen anywhere else. Mm-hmm. And, retreats also can be, they can also be incredibly profitable. Okay. So there's many sides to the retreat facet. There's your generous why you want to do a retreat. And then you can have something that someone that I interviewed lately, she called the selfish why, because you want to make money. It's okay.
Well, it's your business. It's part of your business. In order for you to continue to have the business,
and there gets to be both, and there gets to be balance, right? So for you as a health and wellness professional, obviously, and I'm sure that you deal with a lot of people. I know that you talked a lot about burnout, especially with your last series, and the fact that a retreat can create a respite not only for your clients but for yourself. Mm-hmm. It's also a way for you as a health and wellness professional to get out of your everyday, to get into something that is obviously in depth. There is a lot of work to getting it done, but when you're there, you have the opportunity to do work that you can't do at any other time. You have the ability to create impact that you can't create any other way.
Yeah.
Any other way. And you have the opportunity to literally to change people's lives.
Oh, yeah. And what Luann said too is like the bonding of it, the emotional connection from being together face to face. When you tie emotion into it, that's where the real breakthroughs start to occur, because you're opening yourself up, you're vulnerable, and you're with like-minded people that are fully supporting you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, for health and wellness professionals who need that switch up, I think we all do,
Mm-hmm.
we all absolutely, and we all need to know sometimes you feel, for example, like in my work in health and wellness, like you work with someone for an hour and you're just like, oh my God, am I not getting anywhere? Like, am I really being effective? Whereas when you have that concentrated time to be with someone for a longer period and you're really, I mean, for me in health and wellness, I mean, that means the world to me to watch what I do truly make a difference.
Yeah.
When I have 100 women coming down the river together, like
It's
I can't talk about that without getting emotional.
I know.
That's what it brings me.
Mm-hmm.
Even as the event organizer, it gets me every year, every time I think about it, the impact that I've had on over 1,000 women in 11 years, through my events.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a beautiful thing. So there's your beautiful vision why a retreat could be a right next step for you to take. And the other step is the business side of it.
Yeah.
So one, a retreat can be a great place for you to help, show your clients the way to move into a different level of work with you.
Yeah.
Because for someone who maybe only works with you short term or only attends a class, and is not signed on for anything long term, it's a great opportunity for them to see the benefits of working with you in a more concentrated manner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have that opportunity, and you have the opportunity to sell people into a higher price program at the end of your retreat. You also have the opportunity, even if that's not your goal, to create an experience that's incredibly profitable for you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another thing a lot of health and wellness people do is they don't charge what they're worth, or they've got a lot of trouble charging what they're worth.
Yeah.
And when you plan a retreat effectively and you make sure that you stay on target with all your budget things and you put in the profit that you want to have, a retreat can be very profitable. And it gets to be profitable because of the amount of time. So people tend to think, okay, so I'm going to be on this retreat and I'm going to be doing X amount of hours. And so I'm going to get paid for those hours. And they often forget about the 200 hours it took them to plan the retreat that they also get to get paid for. And so sometimes people think, well, yeah, but I know what her hour of yoga costs. That's not what you're paying for.
Right.
And that's not what you charge for. It's not what you charge for. You're charging for the value of an experience.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. It's about the experience. It's about investing in yourself and even knowing what you're worth as the person attending. Because when you are investing in yourself, you're saying to yourself, I'm worth it. And you are more committed to getting something out of the experience. Yeah.
Exactly. And for a lot of people as well, health and wellness professionals, you're busy people, right?
Yeah.
You're busy, you're smart, you could figure it all out, but that all of the things feels a little tiny bit overwhelming. So this is why I've designed my new course, which is called Zero to Retreat Hero. It's meant for busy, like mission-driven, heart-centered, entrepreneurs and coaches who they want to walk hand in hand with me, step by step, plan out their retreat in 90 days.
Yeah.
So in 90 days, you'll literally get to go and in a reasonable amount of time so that you still have time to do all the things. It's not like we're going to school for 90 days.
Right.
You get to walk through each phase of the planning process with someone guiding you who's done it before.
Yeah, it's huge because I just I'll be transparent about stuff in my business. I can't keep up. I literally cannot keep up with even the emails and the marketing, and it's a lot. And that's why it's so important to have a coach, no matter what area of your life. If it's business, if it's personal, professional, having that person who's the expert that has done this before or is where you want to be, having them by your side, giving you the accountability, the support, and the energy around it to complete it is huge. And that's why
cutting through the clutter, wading through all of the clutter because you'd eventually, you turn online and start Googling stuff, and there's, a gajillion different ways to set things up, but who do you trust? Who do you know?
It takes you half the amount of time too when you have professional support. I mean, I grew a profitable business in 2 years because I had coaching.
Absolutely. Yep.
I had a lot of support.
Yep. I mean, it's why, your clients turn to you as well, because they really want to, to create their high performance habits and their high performance wellness so that they can, excel in other areas.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. It's what I do for my clients, for the coaches and entrepreneurs that I get to work with. It's about cutting through the clutter and saying, all right, Michelle, you know what you're doing. Now just tell me what I get to do. The vision and the individual things are still yours, but walk me. What are those steps? I don't have time to figure them out. I know you have them. Let's go.
Yeah. So I don't want to make this about me, but I'm kind of curious. I would like to hear a little bit more about this program that you have, about the retreats. I don't know if you want to go into I just want to learn more about it, and I can put it in the comment too with some of my my entrepreneur friends who are interested can get in contact with you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I just opened up the wait list. Okay. So we have a wait list. So the doors to the course are going to open on November 5th. Okay. Which means that only, a selected few can get in ahead of time, but otherwise everyone else is going to get on the wait list because I've got limited spots, because there's only so many people that get to come on this journey with me. This go around. The course will reopen up later, but it is, like I said, it is meant for, for mission-driven, heart-centered entrepreneurs, coaches who are looking to plan their next best retreat. So there might be some of you who've tried before and done a retreat. Mm-hmm. Maybe you made a little bit of money. Maybe you broke even. Maybe you lost money. Or for someone who's never done it before and wants to figure out how to do it right the first time.
Yeah.
So this is who it's for. So if I've sort of spoken into any of those bits and that kind of sounds like you, yeah, I want to do one, or I did one, but it kind of, then this is the course for you.
Awesome.
I've got 3 different ways to access it based on your needs. Yeah. So we've got the course all on its own, which means, so if you are massively self-motivated and you don't feel as though you need any sort of individual support, but you do want access to the steps, it's going to be taught live as we go along. So there you will get to see and participate with me a little bit. However, that is just the course. Mm-hmm. Right there, and access to, obviously, we're going to have an amazing Facebook group that's going to have all the people in the course so that everybody can help everybody.
Right. That's awesome.
So, and then our accelerator level, that's my launch level. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to accelerate, you get some private time with me. All right. So the private time with me is going to allow you to fast track. It's going to give you that personalized support based on your particular vision, the things that are particular to your retreat. They're going to allow you to move faster through the planning process than you could maybe move on your own doing the modules by yourself. Okay. And it's really going to give you that access to, to someone who can really guide you in a way that you might not get just by watching the modules. I mean, the course in itself is amazing. It really does cover everything, but you and I both know that you can self-motivate all you like, but it's this back and forth. It's what you do with your private clients. It's what I do with my private clients. It's helping someone through some of the mental hurdles that you might not, get over without a little bit of assistance. Because believe me,
any business owner knows that it is always like this. Always. You never know what you're going to get day to day. I mean, that's what makes it exciting too. But I don't know, having the one-on-one support for your specific event, it takes so much pressure off you that you act. So this is like my big thing. You get to enjoy it. You get to enjoy the journey. You don't get to feel stressed and burned out and pulling your hair out. Like, enjoy it. That's what life's about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, when you it's just like I said, it's all the things, and it takes so much time to get through all of them. You know, with the course, we get to go walk through vision together. Yeah. How do you decide? How do you decide what you're going to talk about in a retreat? How do you decide on the location?
Yeah.
What kind of venue do you choose? You know, how long do you go? How far away can you plan it? You know, and then once you make all those decisions, guess what? You got to find out if your clients like that too. And then meld the two together. That's just the vision process. You know, and then from there you start to get into the planning of it. All right. You get to look at things that get to go in your budget, making sure that not only that we don't lose money, but that we get to be profitable. You get to decide on how much profit that gets to be. You get paid, and then you get to have profit.
Yeah. So that you can do it again, and you keep giving to give. And that's how, you know, business work. So that you can make a living and continue to do these things that make a huge impact in people's lives. And, you know, another big thing too, what I was thinking about when you were talking is that, like, why wouldn't you take advantage of a situation where it took somebody like us years to figure it out, when you have it done for you with all the research that it took us to do, years to do, in a package that you can have and get the same results in way less time than it took us.
Without all the painful trial and error. Oh my God. I think back to my first event and just go, oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I remember mine too. It was so funny.
You know, you don't need to do that. I mean, it's the joy right now of us living in the information age.
Yeah.
That we have access to so much more information than we ever did before.
Yeah.
And believe me, I mean, you know, with the cost of my course is way less than what it will cost you if you mess up a couple of key steps.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, like not knowing what to look for in a venue contract. Not being careful with how you structure your client agreements around the retreat. Not being careful with the legal aspects and seller of travel laws. You know, these are, I really wanted to, not only to make a retreat easy for someone to want to do, like to make it go like, yeah, I'm going to do a retreat. I'm totally going to do a retreat, and have it be fun and exciting and make the process smooth and easy, so that this retreat experience, even for you, the professional who ends up taking my course, it becomes smooth and easy for you.
Yeah.
Because they can turn snowball into a nightmare very quickly. And that's what I want to help everyone avoid. I want you to stay in the joy, in the excitement. I want you to stay in the vision. And I want you to stay in all of those great, beautiful places that you get to do, and walk you smartly on how to do all that stuff without ending up with any of the headaches.
Yeah, because honestly, if you are stressed out from putting a retreat together, because it's a lot of work, and you show up to your retreat stressed, people are going to pick up on that energy.
Yeah. And there's even a whole, like a large part of one class about how you get to take care of yourself on retreat. Like when to show up for a retreat. How far in advance do you arrive before your people?
Nice.
How do you structure your schedule and agenda so that you have as much space as your participants?
Yes.
You are going to be holding space for all of those people. And so you have to be taking care of yourself before, during, and after that.
Yeah.
And we talk about that.
Yeah.
You know, we really, really, really do, because it's incredibly important. Because, you know, a lot of people think, oh, well, it's the planning and the budgeting and the picking of the location and the getting everybody there. So once you're there, what? Oh, well, I got that part. Do you?
Yeah.
There's ways psychologically to take people through events that create larger impact. We talk about that.
Yeah.
You know? And all of the things to ensure that your clients are going to have an incredible, transformational, memorable experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really and this is important too, because I talk about this in general with my coaching, is how are you showing up? Who are you being? There's so much power in that. So do you want to, like, can we finish off with talking about like who you get to be to execute a successful retreat.
No, absolutely. You get to be someone who begins with recognizing, the role the retreat is going to play both in your business and for your clients. So there's two parts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to structure that properly inside of your programs, your year, whatnot. But you get to create space within yourself first. So one of the most important things people don't realize is that,
guys, listen, this is what I preach to you.
When you bring an event into your world, even when you begin to think about, dream about, plan an event, when you set it in motion, you get to create space in your life for it, because it's like having a child. So everyone who's a parent here will know that once you have a child, you can have another one. However, it takes a bit of reorganizing in your life. Same thing will be for adding an event into your business and into your life, is that you get to first create space mentally and physically for this event. We start there. Then things you get to be are, you get to call into play all of the different aspects of personalities. Mm-hmm. You get to be analytical because you get to pay attention to the details. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. You get to be your best promoter, because and especially for my darling introverts who are like cringing, like, you get to be, because if you want to run a retreat and you want to market and fill it, you get to get your megaphone out and shout it from the rooftop.
Mm-hmm. Stretch into it.
You get to stretch into it. Okay. You get to bring your controller to the table, and your controller gets to make decisive decisions.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a ton amount of time to waffle on certain decisions, and many decisions get to be made.
Right. And
so, yeah.
Perfectionism, procrastination, paralysis. Yeah. Decisions
don't fit, because there's a 1.5 million little decisions that get to be made when you go on retreats. Mm-hmm. What venue am I going to stay in? Okay, what venue? What kind of rooms do I want? Okay, right. What extras do I want to put on? What activities am I going to offer? What am I going to include? What am I not going to include? What kind of food? What not food?
Right.
All of the things, and so you get to make decisions and make them with speed and decisively. Mm-hmm. And and then as you're on retreat, you get to nurture your supporting role, because you get to support all of the people who have taken this leap of faith in you and this event and have chosen to follow you here in order for them to make that change that they're looking for in their lives. And you get to hold space for that. So there's so many ways of being that you get to have when you are becoming a retreat leader.
Psychological, managing your mind.
Oh,
see the integration here. See why we talk about everything comes back to the mindset.
Big time.
And the self-care.
Big time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's amazing what you're doing. And the course is phenomenal. And we're going to pop in the link.
Yeah, I'll pop in the link for the wait list. So anyone who's curious about the course and wants more specific information, join the wait list. The wait list is going to get you an automatic $100 off the course price just for being on the wait list. Sweet. And it also means that you will get first access when the doors open to getting into the course. And you'll also start to get, slowly but surely information, sent out to you regarding the course. So anyone who's curious. Mm-hmm. And another way too, what I'm going to do, because I'm feeling super generous today, I want to give any of your clients who want to get in on the course, I would like to offer them an extra $100 discount. So I want you guys to use the code. There's not going to necessarily be officially, but you send me an email and just say that I'm using the code from Melissa's, which is going to be balance 10, or no, balance 100. Balance 100. That's going to be the code. You can put that in the chat, and that's just for your people.
Thanks. So generous. That's amazing.
So at the end of the day, just by joining the wait list and coming in from Melissa, you would get $200 right off the top of the course.
Huge.
Yeah, because I believe so strongly in people just coming in, figuring out how to do it right the first time, so that you have the impact on your clients that you want to have without dealing with the worry and the stress and the I don't knows. Mm-hmm. That everything goes the way you want it to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not to mention how much time you're going to save.
Oh my God.
It took us like lots of years. So
Yeah, I got 11 years.
yeah.
11 years.
Yeah. So thanks for being here. I love when you come on.
I'll come as often as anybody wants. And if anybody needs to get in touch with me, just ask Melissa. She'll hook you up.
Yeah, I think you should come on again, and you and I can really go into the operating systems, because I think
I would love to do that.
I have a whole section on this that I do with my one-on-one clients, especially. So one of the things that I do with my one-on-ones is I have we do set goals. There are goals that are going to be accomplished in the time that we're working together, and they do get accomplished. And a lot of it's about learning how people operate and personalities, especially professionally. It just opens up a bigger perspective in terms of like working with people and connecting with people and understanding the operating system. So we should come on and do that.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Whenever. I love being a high performance happy hour.
Yeah. Woohoo! So we got quite a few comments and people just sharing about retreats and tagging people that would be interested in hearing this. So it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And just pop in your link, the waitlist link, into the comments.
I will. As soon as we're done, I'll pop on over there and go do that.
Okay, cool. And remind them of the code or the for the discount. That's so generous. Thank you.
I know. Well, like I said, I love I love letting people know that this is what we're up to.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they can look forward to perhaps a retreat coming out of Balance sometime very soon.
2020.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
Lots of amazingness. And you know what else too? I'm just happy that we had the discussion about getting people excited about attending retreats and not being resistant to it, because you will thank yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think people just don't understand the value of personal development sometimes.
Right.
Because it's just something that always gets brushed off, or it's something that can be, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. There's always something more pressing.
No, life's now. There isn't. What if there isn't a later?
There isn't a later.
That sense of urgency, and
live your best life today. Start it now.
Yeah.
And if a retreat can get you there, then let's find you a great one to attend.
The personal development is always going to be your foundation to success in all aspects of your life. And if you have a weaker foundation in some area, nurture it, build it, get it stronger, and you will see the other areas in your life shift.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
So, well, I love you so much, and thank you for being here with all of us. So much juicy information about, the importance of attending retreats and how to put a successful retreat together. So I love how we did both sides. That was super cool.
Yeah, because I know you've got both different people in your viewers. So.
Oh yeah. Balance is all about gearing towards that busy professional and entrepreneurs that really get to take it to the next level. So, really learning about those deep level self-care, and attending a retreat, like you said, is the fast way to get there. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, Michelle. And I know you'll be back. So.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a little while. We'll come on and talk about operating systems. I can't wait. That'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be good. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.